Hi guys, how are you? My name is Titanium, the founder of IMMT, Investing MMT, and the co-founder of Pure MMT for the 100% Beyond Domains, along with my friend Edward Delzio, the author of the National Debit. Let's get started.
Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, for inwardly they are ravening wolves. And I am his dog, the sheepdog that get the lambs back on track when they stray off the path. And some of you have strayed, haven't you? I know you're there, and I know you can hear me. You may have no tongue, but there is nothing wrong with your ears. Do you know why I'm here? I'm here to punish you.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed my little intro. So let's get started exposing these scam artists, the MMT Party. Okay, we had the Libertarian Tea Party, now we have the Progressive Tea Party, the MMT Party. Okay, it's fake MMT, and I'm going to explain to you why. Number one, let's start with this picture right in front of you. Government debt equals private sector assets. And when you look at the wealth in America, 1% would own this, and then the 9% would own this. Okay, see this 40% down here, the little red dot? Yeah, that's all you. And the 20% is half of Texas or whatever is down there. Okay, that's reality. So let's see the language they use. So here's Natasha Kelton tweeter, and I don't call her Stephanie anymore. It's Natasha Kelton. And mommy, where do ponies come from? Okay, so here you can see that someone's balance sheet. I underlined this. New dollars get added to someone's balance sheet. Who is that someone? Is it you? Right? But the math always adds up. Their minuses are our pluses. Who's there? Evil government. Always got to have a boogeyman in a good story. Their minuses. Our surplus? R. R means R. All of us. R. R. Okay. Language. Language is important. Here's our surpluses. 65% of Americans save little or nothing, and half could end up struggling in retirement. Well, no shit. But this is our surpluses. Okay. 40 years, you would think that they would figure out that deficits are not going to fix inequality. Okay. But nope. New economic perspective. MMT sectorial balances and behavior. Deficit, savings, and debts equals wealth. Deficits create financial wealth. Really? For who? For who? 65% of Americans save little or nothing. Fuck. According to them, these past 40 years, we should all be stuffed with fucking savings. Right? And before you little fake MMTers come in here and start saying, well, it's just where we spend the money. You just don't understand MMT. It's where we spend the money. If we don't spend it here and we spend it here, guess what? The water level is not going to go up. Oh, jeez. Savings. Doesn't matter where you spend. The water level is going to go up, but the money is going to go to the top 5%. Okay, don't give me this stupid nonsense of, well, it depends where we spend. You don't get it. No, I get it. I get who gets the money. You don't get who gets the money. 40 plus fucking years and you still don't get it. It still doesn't click in your head. Alright? It doesn't register. Government, productive, that's the 95%. We're right here. Okay? Savings. Government debt equals private sector savings. Productive economy, 95%. Middleman. More deficits equal more savings for the top 5%. Let me ask you this. How did Apple become a $1 trillion company? Where did those dollars come from? Because they love to tell me, well, Nick, you don't understand. You don't understand. Productivity is not value. Where did the dollar come from? That's value. Okay? It's private sector assets. Yeah, for the 5%. Okay. Let's talk about that for a second. Okay, so if I were to give a test tomorrow, and right now, to any fake MMTer, and I say, okay, tell me where's value? Put value somewhere. Where's value? You know where they would put value? They would put it right here. Money supply. They think money is value. Okay? And inflation is price in the productive economy. That's the way they would put it. Wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Value is productivity. Price is money supply. That's the correct way. Productivity is first and foremost. Most important thing. This is value. Productivity. Now I'm going to ask you, where does MMT talk about productivity? And I don't mean productivity, oh, let's, have Bob go over there and start digging a hole. Hey, little Bobby, good job. Keep digging. Government is printing money. It's going to pay you a lot of money. No. It's not the way it works. We're talking about productivity for profit jobs. Okay? So, again, where did Apple find $1 trillion in savings, in people's savings to go out and buy? You think somebody on a job guarantee or something like, some low-paying job, they're going to go out and acquire those deficits from government and they're going to run out and buy Apple? Really? Are you really that stupid? Are you really that dumb? Think about it. So don't give me this bull crap. It depends on how we spend the money. It all depends how we spend it. If we don't spend it here and we spend it here, then, money's not going to go to savings in the top 5%. Bullshit. Bullshit. Okay. Government debt cannot keep funding the savings bubble. Okay. Corporate profits. I'll show it to you. Corporate profits increase with deficits. Here it is. Plain as day. This is deficits. This is corporate profits. So next time you sit there and you cheer and you jump up and down and you say, government debt equals private sector assets. Yoo-hoo, we're going to be rich. More deficits. You're rooting against yourself. You're being played a fool. And this, if you come to my IMMT page, you're going to see it. Okay, government goes into the productive economy, and then it goes into the non-functional, non-productive savings bubble. All bank money creation is going to go into the savings bubble. Okay, and what's going to happen? It's going to go into stocks, it's going to go into bonds, it's going to go into real estate. Okay, that's the way it works. Your MMT prescription is crap. It's not a prescription. Okay, pure MMT. Understand pure MMT. The description. That's what matters. Not this political bullshit. Political economic theory that doesn't work. You got all these poor people, the 95%, are all in here busting their asses. And they say, no, this is not value. It's the dollar that's the value. Whatever is printed, that's the value. Okay? And what happens? They go out, they borrow all this money. Okay? They get stuck with the debt. They get the savings. 5% get the savings. 95% get the debt. Okay? That's the way it works. You want more deficits? I got 40 years as proof to tell you that deficits are not going to fix inequality. They're going to make it worse. Okay? They're going to make it worse. The only way you can fix inequality is if you take money from the savings bubble, you pump it back into the functional economy in investment, not the stock market. Okay? And then that money is going to go into savings. and then that's going to be invested back into the functional economy, and then that's going to go into savings, and then it'll be reinvested back into the functional economy, and then any deficits that are required at that point to reflect the growth of the economy, then that's okay. That's okay. You're not going to end up like Turkey. But if you think you're going to keep pumping deficits to the savings bubble using the 95% as the middleman, okay, and you're gonna load them up with debt, private debt, and that's going to go into the savings bubble, and you're going to keep having this higher and higher asset prices, and you think that that's not going to bite you in the ass eventually, then you're wrong. You're wrong. All you're going to do is keep pumping more and more savings, more corporate profits, higher stock prices. That's all you're going to keep doing. And just like the deficit owl likes to have little, deficit owl that lost its glasses, likes to have little names, I have little names too, my friend. Oh, yes, I do. You bet your ass I do, because you're going to look at federal debt, okay, which is the red line, and then you're going to look at the Wilshire 500 total market cap index, and you know what you're going to see? You're going to see stocks going up as deficits continue to increase debt. This is government debt equals private sector assets, right here. This is where the inflation is taking place. So when everybody's like, God, we're going to have inflation. Really? Where? Where? In asset prices. So what's the difference in the US versus Turkey? Well, the difference in Turkey is they're not a world reserve currency, number one. Two, we, the US, is 5% of the global population, producing 25% of global GDP. Okay? For us to import is a must, because we have to export dollars to the rest of the world. So it's a sign of strength of our economy that we can afford to import, which destroys jobs, okay, and still be able to reach near full employment at 3.9% unemployment, 3.2 prime age labor force. We're strong enough economically, we can do it. Our assets are worth $130 trillion. Now, Turkey, on the other hand, they can't do that. You cannot borrow, you cannot print and go and import. You can't do it. Okay? Because what you're going to end up doing is devaluing the currency. So when MMT runs around and says, well, there's no amount of debt to a sovereign currency issuer because it can always meet its obligation in that very same currency. Yeah, it can, but at what value? At what value? Think about it. What value? Turkey now went from 1-to-1 to the dollar. Now it's 7-to-1 to the dollar. It'll pay you back, but it's going to be worth a lot less in 10 years. There's reality. There's reality land. Okay, money supply is increasing. What happened to the value? It collapsed. So yeah, it's going to pay you back your liras, but it's going to be 7-to-1 as opposed to 1-to-1 back in 2007. Okay, that's the part they don't tell you. That's the little R's. Remember R's? R deficits? I'm sorry, R surpluses. New economic perspective, sectorial balances and behaviors, blah, blah, blah. Deficit savings, debts equals wealth. Come down here, deficits create financial wealth. Deficits create financial wealth. Really? Go tell that to the Turks. Look at all the wealth it's created. Ooh, yeah, those deficits are really creating a lot of wealth, aren't they? Look at all the wealth it's created in Venezuela. Fuck, they're shitting themselves with wealth over there. Right? Think. Natasha Kelton, ponies. Someone's balance sheet. Someone's. Yeah, not you. Not you, not the 95. Okay? The math adds up. Their minuses are R's, all of ours. Bullshit. It's not ours, it's theirs. Okay? Who's there? The government, evil government. R surpluses. See, wording. They're playing fucking tricks on you. Congress can easily pony up in infrastructure, Medicare, and education. Yeah, of course they're going to tell you the ones you want to hear. Infrastructure. Infrastructure is not job guarantee. Medicare for all is not job guarantee. Education is not job guarantee. These things have nothing to do with reality. This is not what we're talking about. Okay, but they throw these three things. They don't say in here for job guarantees, digging holes and peeling gum off the street. Okay, if this job guarantee, and I forgot to put Pavlina in here. You know, I don't even have a nickname for her, by the way. Her name says it all, right? Soviet. Pavlina. Pavlina posted somewhere in Twitter, oh, I spent the last 10 years of my life or whatever, and I've researched the job guarantee and all this bullshit. I got 200 years of capitalism that says that your 10 years are worthless. You wasted your time. You wasted your time with your 10 years of job guarantee. Okay? This is not North Korea. This is not the Soviet Union. This is not Venezuela. We are not Turkey. Okay? Productive jobs for profit. That is value. So the next time they're going to show you the sectorial balances and look, government surpluses and foreign debt and all this bullshit. Okay, I want you to remember this chart. Okay, this is the part they're not telling you, that all those dollars are going into the savings bubble. So the next time the cult leader Natasha Kelton tells you this is the script for anyone who will ever be asked how we're going to pay for it. Study, practice, implement. This is cult shit. This is cult shit. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. It's fake MMT. You know, you go into any cult, they're going to tell you, well, no, this is the way it is. Let us tell you what reality is. And you'll be sitting there like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So, heaven's gates. Yeah, comet comes. We kill ourselves. We get to the comet and we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's reality. Okay? This is the same stuff here. You need a script for anyone who will be asked how we're going to pay for it. I mean, wow. But people love this shit. They love it. They love it. They want free stuff. They want free stuff from the government. They want the Soviet Union. They think that, you know, damn it, communism didn't work because we didn't have MMT and we did know that we could print our little asses off, create unproductive jobs, and, you know, money is value. Now we know, let's bring back communism. Destroy America from within. That's what these people are doing. And we should all go, oh, Pavlina spent the last 10 years of her life wasting it, proving the job guarantee works? I got 200 years. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. 200 years of capitalism that says she's wrong. Okay. And the next time they throw this G minus T equals S minus I equals NX bullshit, okay, modern money, the government is not a household and imports are still a benefit. Bill Bitchell, they start throwing that bullshit in your face. You know what? This is what I want you to ask them. One, where's productivity in that little equation? Okay, non-existent. When they tell you that, well, you know, inflation, of course, is the limit, okay, how do you handle inflation? What are you going to handle? How? What are you going to do? Austerity? You're going to start throwing people off the job guarantee program? Because initially they're saying it's going to be 9 million, and then the recession is going to hit, and then what's going to happen? It's going to go to 20 and 30 and 40 million, and before you know it, half the population is on a job guarantee, peeling fucking gum and planting flowers. Okay, and then what? That's the great American dream? Third-class citizen? I can tell my boss to go fuck himself because I'm going to go get myself a job guarantee. Right? That's the way we're going to make America great? Of course the government is not like a household. Nobody said it was. But again, they're going to take truth and they're going to mix it with fiction and they're going to present you some Soviet bullshit. And when Natasha Kelton comes out and says, well, of course inflation is the limiting. Overspending is evidence of inflation. Right? Let me read what it says here. Put my glasses on. Evidence of overspending is inflation, of course. And how do you handle inflation? Natasha, can you please tell us how you're going to handle inflation? What are you going to do? Run surpluses? Austerity? Kick people off the jobs program? Tell me. You have no plan. Okay? MMT is a description, not a prescription. And next time you see her writing this, this is how, here's the great script for anyone who will ever be asked how we're going to pay for it. Okay? I want you to remember this. This is a cult. They're lying. Now I want you to remember something. I want you to remember this for a very long time. That people who are investors, traders, get MMT. They understand it better than anybody else. Don't tell me this bullshit academic nonsense. They're idiots. Okay? If they knew how to invest, believe me, they would not be fucking academics. Okay? But because they cannot even tell you, they can't even tell you what the state of the economy is right now. Okay? Let alone forecast what's going to happen. Forget about that. That's just... You would think that an economist would be able to tell you what the economy is like, okay? And where it's headed. But they can't even figure that shit out. So they start telling you about job guarantee. When? When we're near full employment. And again, I'm going to come back to this. That people who invest, who are traders, they understand MMT better than anybody. Why? Because we see the money flow. We can see it. And when I post up on IMMT, this is back on August 1st, and we traded this a long time ago with the Turkish lira, that it was going to devalue even more, with my Patreon subscribers. Okay, I told them back when it was in the threes, lira is going to get crushed. Okay, I even posted on IMMT for everybody to see. I said, glorious victory for IMMT, unstoppable. Where to go? 7-1. Do you know what a massive move that is? Massive, massive, massive move. Okay, why? Why? Because we understand pure MMT, the description. Okay, this one I love it. Why be a pure MMTer? Because not everyone can be on welfare. That's 100% correct. Okay, not everybody can be on fucking welfare. Making America great again. So, think about what I'm saying. Okay, think. All this nonsense here. Yeah, we can just keep printing. No, you can't. No, you can't. And if you do, it's going to go to the top 5%. And if you have this stupid idea in your head that, hey, the private sector doesn't matter, it's all about government. No, it's not. It's about the private sector. Because when they take their little bonds and they start selling them, just like they're selling the Turkish lira right now and saying, hey, give me dollars. Oh, you don't have them. It's getting devalued. All right? That's the private sector. That's who's doing it. Government, powerless. Powerless. They can print all the liras they want. Too late. Too late. And MMT doesn't have a plan for when inflation is the limit. They don't have a plan. There is no plan. There's austerity. That's it. Throw everybody off a job guarantee. But by then it's too late. You destroy the economy. And remember, MMT is not about the US. It's about the whole entire planet. All the economies on the planet, right? And if you're going to give me this bullshit line, well, it's political. Well, they had private debt. Everybody has private debt. US, 200% private debt. Okay? Well, it's foreign. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay? The government can always pay in its own currency. Debt in its own currency. We can always do that. Sure. What would the value be? What would the value be? You want to tell me what the dollar value was back in 2004 and 2002? As private debt, as the deficit started to increase, what happened to the value of the dollar? Boom, down, all the way to 2010. Don't tell me it can't happen to the US. Of course it can. Okay? Of course it can. When public and private debt start to rise, guess what? The value goes down. It wasn't until we started to produce again that the value of the dollar started to go back up again. Okay? And it wasn't until other countries started to devalue their currency as well that the dollar started to go back up again. Alright? That's just the facts. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. So if you're going to sell me this bullshit line, well, it's political. Well, they have foreign debt. Okay? The dollar devalued. Since 2002 all the way to 2008. And it lost 40% of its value. 40% of its value. 40%. So don't tell me, well, it's Turkey, man. Come on. No. No. Gonna happen to anybody. If you're printing too much money, you're creating too much private debt, the value is gonna go down. Okay. You think it can be it can happen to mature economies? 2007, 210, Great Britain pound USD. Where is it today? 28. Went as low as 120. You think it's just Brexit? Really? Here's United Kingdom private debt to GDP, 217%. Okay. How about public? Ooh, look, 2008, what happened? Public debt started to rise. What happened to the currency? What happened? Well, 40% decline. So don't give me this bullshit that, well, you know, Turkey is just political, man. It's just some third world country. No. Let them keep increasing their private debt and their public debt and importing, and let's see what happens. Even though they're quote-unquote a world reserve currency, directly and indirectly. Okay? A lot of people want to hold the Great Britain pound. We're not talking about Bangladesh or Bolivia here. Okay? So you guys want to create these job guarantee, non-productive jobs, shit in capitalism? Go ahead. Go ahead. You'll see what the results are. British pound was devaluing way before Brexit. Way before Brexit. Okay. Same thing with the Turkish lira. Devaluing way before. Okay. Brexit was the result, and Turkish lira sanctions was the result. You want to see the US dollar and Qatari Riyal? Look at all this madness back here. Okay, they were trying to sell off the Qatari Riyal, depeg it, 3.639. Before the sanctions, after the sanctions, 0 fucks given. Why? Why? Because they run surpluses. Okay, export surpluses, foreign reserve. There it is. Qatar foreign reserve exchange reserves. See it? See it? See that big drawdown? Massive drawdown? Tried to depeg it. What happened? Did it devalue? No. No. Why? Because they have all these reserves. They could absorb it. Turkey can't. No, they can't. Nor can Venezuela. So next time you hear, oh, exports at cost. Really? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay? Reality. Anyway, this is why I run my Patreon page. If you guys really want to understand real, pure MMT, if you really want to know how it applies into the real world, not this Mamie free shit bullshit, okay, political nonsense. This is crap, cult shit, okay? If you guys really want to learn pure MMT and you want to know how it applies into the real world, and you want to know how to invest using that real world knowledge, come down to Patreon. Come down to Patreon. It's patreon.com/mindthisone, and you guys will see how it all works, and you will see in the first or second day maximum, if you're lazy, that everything I'm telling you, okay, if you can't point to it and verify it yourself and say, oh, look, yes, this is the way it is, okay, unsubscribe immediately. Unsubscribe, just give it up. Okay? Cost you nothing. Cost you nothing. Real, pure MMT understanding. Okay? That's it. Ran a little bit longer than I wanted to, but you know, this stuff has to be said. It has to be said. And there's a lot more. There's a lot more. And I'll probably make another video about it. So you want to keep listening to these faith healers? Go ahead. Go ahead. Waste your time. Waste your time. Go give them your money. Donate. Get subscriptions that are going to give you a profit. Okay? So they can tell you to go out and use your kids' college money. Mental game or whatever the fuck. Okay? Go donate to the president. Okay? Go donate to fucking Sniffles over here, Grumbine, and the real progressives, the neoliberals. Government debt equals private sector assets for the top 5%. Okay? Doesn't matter where you spend. Talk to the neo-Marxists. Imports are a benefit. Go. Enjoy yourselves. We'll keep making money. And we'll keep exposing the fake MMTers, who I know they hate me right now. God, they hate me. And I love it. Let them hate me. They should be hating themselves because they're frauds. They're frauds. All of them, they're frauds. That's it. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Before this battle's over, the world will know that few stood against many.